to start off with, I believe we have something a little bit out of the ordinary.
We have something a little bit out of the ordinary. So, I'd like to introduce you to Silent World. Now, Silent World is a 120-foot super yacht. It's based in Hong Kong, and the broker for this boat is ISO Yachting. And we were engaged by the client, and we were brought on board to do a full refurb of this project.
Mm-hmm.
The very cool thing about this boat is that it was built in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
And, you really notice design changing from decade to decade. And when this boat was designed and built, a lot of the interior elements were very dark. And it has been sold a couple of times, and the current owner said, I need to do a little bit of a facelift. And we got involved, and what our team loves to do first and foremost is we need to know from the client, what is your brief? They're like, it needs to be lighter, brighter, and more practical.
Okay.
And we said, okay, no problem. And what we do is we do a full assessment. So, right in the beginning, we were proposing things like repainting the hull English racing car green.
Nice.
Because the client loves green, and we love green too.
That would have been nice.
So, exactly. And so we were going to paint the whole hull green. We were going to redo all the cabinetry on the inside. So we did a full inspection of the boat, and we assessed what we would do. And the client loved the proposal. And of course, we did a costing, and they wanted to go through with everything. But because of dynamics, moving, changing, and all sorts of things, normally with projects like this, the budget is not the issue. It's more to do with schedule. They concluded they would do part of the refurbishment. So, for example, instead of painting the hull, all the decking was redone.
Okay.
All the interior flooring was redone. All the ceiling was redone. All the lighting was redone. So we got into doing, a really fantastic RCP, so a reflective ceiling plan. And one thing that can help an interior more than anything, because a boat is such a compact space. And even though you're doing a redesign, there are many elements that you cannot move. So you have to work within certain tolerances. So the boat comes out of the water, it goes on something called a dry dock, and all the men are able to work meticulously together. So everything from the sanding down of the deck, because you can only sand a deck a couple of times in a lifetime, and then you need to redeck it. We reselected not only all the wall covering, all the furniture, we also redid all the ceilings. So many times in yachts, you can have different types of ceilings. So you can have ceilings that are...
Can we see some of the details of the...
So I've got exterior
beautiful
photos, but if everyone would like to see more photos, you need to hop onto isoyachting.com.
Nice.
And so one great thing about all the outdoor furniture that you see right now is that this is all from Cattell. And Cattell is fantastic because it's outdoor. And one of the requirements from the client was it needs to be more practical. Because if I'm going to charter this yacht, if my kids are going to be on board, all that kind of stuff, they're like, a lot of the time with yachts, things are so pristine and so beautiful and so elegant, but they're not practical. So we wanted to inject this new element of color. We wanted to also have a consistency between inside and outside. So we went with Cattell. And Cattell has ranges which are a little bit softer for outdoor, but all the fabric is very high in terms of rub rate, in terms of a sunfast, pilling, everything. So not only do we do a full reselection, and the master cabin actually has all B&B Italia.
Okay.
So it's super nice. There were elements in the boat that were not ideal to change. For example, we didn't want to pull out any of the marble because a lot of the marble was very rare. There was a pink stone in the master bathroom, which I think Lydia and I, when we walked in and saw it, we just went, and we looked at them and we said, this is just unbelievable. And one piece had been broken. And so they were going to that same quarry to find that pink piece of marble. And when it arrived, they put it in and we looked at it and we said, it's not exactly like the pink over there. And then the project manager went, we couldn't get any more pink out of that quarry. We went, oh, okay. So very interesting project. We're now, particularly Lydia, is very good at working on yachts now. And they're awesome projects because you have so many, I don't want to say restrictions, you have so many challenges. So along with Catal, another beautiful brand that we brought onto this boat, apart from Catal and B&B Italia, was Via Bazzono. So there is a magnificent lady at House of Madison called Rosanna, and she is their lighting expert. And every single floor on this boat, because we actually did three floors on this boat, where the entire reflective ceiling was redone. So all the replanning, and a lot of the times with these smaller spaces like a yacht, you have to have lighting along the sides, and very often they don't, at the beginning of the building of this yacht, they don't think of putting lighting at the side. So we had lots of additional wall lights put in, and it just brightened the whole space. And at the end, the client was like, oh my gosh, it's like a different yacht. And we're like, yes.
No, very nice.
So,
BB Tuna is nice. And I can talk good about them because they belong to a different realm and category. And but anyway, if I get fired because talking good about BB Tuna is not bad. You will need to hire me as assistant.
No, Fernando, please don't get fired.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. No. We the good thing about working in design is that we should not be haters of other companies. I like to praise other companies, and I'm actually gonna link every single one of them